Hey everyone, I wanted to make a new video. I've been away on vacation, so I haven't been able to do anything. I have been working on some things though, and I'll be uploading a couple of video essays soon. But in the meantime, because this is a channel about art, music, movies, things like that, I wanted to do an unboxing of an album that just came out that I'm really excited for. I do plan on making a lyric analysis video for this album because I thought that the lyrics were interesting. So stay tuned for that. That one shouldn't take too long to upload. But anyway, sorry for that long introduction. Let's just get into this. So yeah, I've been waiting for this album for a while. It's from a band I do like. I wouldn't say it's one of my favorite bands, but it's definitely one I definitely like a lot. And I'll get into that in a minute. So it's just a record, as you guys can see here. And so I'm really excited for this because this one is an art, is the signed album for the new Angels and Airwaves album. If you guys don't know who Angels and Airwaves are, they're basically the second band that Tom DeLonge, the original singer from Blink-182, made, and they do a lot of basically like space-oriented rock type music. So it's really cool. And I got this from their site. So as you guys can see, it's signed, and I didn't realize this, but this is it is a signed one, but this is a separate album cover. So I'm really glad that they did this. I was actually worried about that, and I was thinking about buying a second copy because I wanted to keep the signatures intact. Thankfully, I'll be able to do that. But this is why I was really interested for it. It's basically on a space type texture. It basically feels kind of like plastic in a way, like a plastic film. But they use this type of thing in space stations a lot, and that's really cool. So as you can see here, Angels and Airwaves, Lifeforms, that's the name of the album. And then this is a special edition because it says bone with black splatter. That's the type that I got. So yeah, I'm just really excited for this. On the back, there isn't really anything. And then we just basically lift this up. So what I'll be doing is I'm gonna leave the signed cover sleeve or album sleeve in here, and then I'm just gonna keep the actual album itself on my shelf. So yep. Now with this, we could just put it aside, and then here's the actual album itself. So let's talk about this cover design. It's basically similar to the Vitruvian Man, so that's really cool, except that there's a lady here, and apparently there's something about this character, we can call her, and we'll get into that in a minute. There's basically a story surrounding this character. I'm assuming it's like an alien type story, so that's pretty cool. I really love the color band over here, and it's got a different texture than the rest of the album sleeve. Then we got the back. So Angels and Airwaves, Lifeforms, a bunch of little dots. In the back, it has the same kind of like glossy texture that the front strip has, but the right side doesn't have that. So I just love the actual artwork and design that they went for this album, all the promotional art, everything like that. It's very organic but alien and also synth and electronic at the same time. It's really well done. I do have some complaints, but I'll get to that in a bit. But anyway, if we just pull everything out, so set this aside. We get the lyric book. Over here it's kind of matte, but as you can see, the center thing is glossy, just like the back of this, but a little bit more. And then here as well. So it's really interesting that they went this route. So over here, Vivian is basically the name of whatever this is. And it says, it's gonna let it focus, alternate life forms identification. So rise. And in the back we got more pictures, so it's pretty cool. So I've been hearing a lot of people complain about this because they're saying that the Vivian story is basically impossible to read, and from the pictures I've seen it looks like that, but we'll get to this in a minute. I wanted to show first the actual album itself. It's just on a disc that's two-sided, and this is actually pretty cool. So this is the bone and white type thing that's marketed over there. So they had a bunch of special edition or special colored variations that you could get from their site, and I went with this one. So it's pretty cool. This was my second option. My first option had like a splatter that's more along the lines with these colors. I felt like that one represented the album as a whole better. This one was the second one that I felt like represents the album as a whole better. So we'll set this aside. Actually, we'll put it back. I do want to say though, I do like the color scheme that they chose for this, especially the labels. It's pretty cool. I feel like it might be just a little bit bent, but it'll even out. I know that this is like the first like album unboxing I'm doing on this channel. I did do another video for another one that I got like a whole bunch of merch for. I might upload that one because that one is from one of my all-time favorite bands, but I'm not sure. So the quality of the paper here is really good. So this kind of feels like a little special edition, I suppose. But here's more pictures of Vivian, and then we actually get the lyrics. So the lyrics, you can read them really good, pretty clearly, as you can see here. So we got more lyrics and pictures of Vivian, and yep, more lyrics. Oh, that's a really cool picture. Then we got more lyrics, and we got something over here. Can't really read that because I can't read cursive, but that's pretty cool. And then we get to the Vivian stuff, but we'll get to that in a minute. Here's the band. This guy right over here, that's Tom DeLonge. He actually helped, help people but like helped push the government to confirm that UFOs are real. So that's really interesting. And I think that's really cool, because I do believe in all of that stuff. So yeah, because I believe in it, it's cool that he, someone that nobody expected to be able to get the government to say, yeah, UFOs are real, and he did. So it made me happy, like, hey, yeah, I believe in this, and it's nice that the government's finally admitting it. So they're not saying what it is, they're just saying they don't know what it is, but that it is real. So that's interesting. So we got Angels and Airwaves, and then it's just like the mixing stuff, the recording credits. And then the song lyrics again. If we go back a section, we got more pictures. So really cool. And then yeah, so this is the Vivian stuff, and this is what everybody's complaining about, because as you can see, like right over there, it's like smudged out and like you can't read almost anything. So that's kind of upsetting. The other thing that's a little bit upsetting is that I was expecting this album to be very focused on the supernatural, or very focused on aliens or something like that, or be a concept album about aliens, especially based off of this artwork, based off of the whole promotional stuff that they're doing. But it's not. There's only one line on one song and another line on another song that do reference aliens and the supernatural, but everything else is basically, how am I gonna say it? It's basically about life. And I feel like that's why they call the album Lifeforms. The album's been out for a couple of days. I just received mine now, so I've already heard it. But yeah, so I feel like that's why the album's called Lifeforms. And I do think it is a concept album, just not about aliens. And the themes of it kind of does fit, the artwork at least, and the sound of the music, the instrumentation, all of that does fit the vibe of the music, of the artwork and promotional stuff. It fits. It's very electronic, very punky, rock, synth heavy. It's just a great blend of all of that, and it's just really interesting. It's sort of like the old school Angels and Airwaves sound meeting Blink-182. So it's really cool. So I really like the music in it. There's only like 2 songs I'm kind of on, and only 1 song out of those 2 songs that I just really don't like, just because it doesn't really fit with everything else. Yeah, so if you hear noises in the background, just ignore that. But overall, so yeah, that's the biggest thing I'm a little bit disappointed on, is that it doesn't really touch on the supernatural, alien, ghost things too much, other than those 2 lines. But putting that aside, I do think that the artwork matches everything, matches the sound, matches the atmosphere, and it's really good. Also, just including this as well, and again, this is the Boom with Splatter. I think that that's great, and actually having their signatures as well, and it being on a separate album sleeve, I think that that's amazing. I recently got another album that was signed by one of my all-time favorite musicians, and I could have just bought that one, but I wanted to keep that one, taken care of and put away. The problem is, I got that, and I also got another record just because of the same album, just because that one, it didn't come with a separate thing. So this actually saves me a lot of money, so that I could, buy other albums, other merch, if anything, because then I won't have to buy this. Looking at it now, it almost feels like this one is a slightly different coloring, like the black kind of seems a little bit darker here. I could be wrong though. But yeah, overall, I'm really glad with the inclusions that they added, and everything here does feel high quality, including the lyric sheet. So anyway, that was basically my unboxing for the Angels and Airwaves signed Bone with Black Splatter edition of Lifeforms. I hope you guys like this video. I will be doing a lyric analysis. As I said, I do think this is a concept album, just not space oriented like the packaging suggests it to be, but it does have some space synth to it. So instrumentally it is, lyrically it's not. And that's where I think the concept part of this album comes in. I think it comes from its lyrics. So I'll be making a video about that. I already made a post on Reddit about it, so if you guys want to read that, just take a look at my Twitter. I already posted it there. But yeah, if you guys like this video, want to see more, want to see my lyric analysis video, please rate, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter. The link is in the description, and I'll see you guys next time.